Well, it's hard to believe, but it has been a full year since Broadway shut down, but theater is still very much alive. And here to bring us the latest is our friend Julie James, programming director and host of Sirius XM's On Broadway channel. Hi, Julie. How you doing?
I'm hanging right in there. Like millions of
Yeah.
Americans, I had to do the pandemic pivot. Being a 24/7 show tune channel that's kind of become a lifeline for starving theater fans across the country has been very heartening. And our app and online people are listening so much more with work from home. So that's always good to hear too.
Yeah, and a lot of folks want to know what is going on with Broadway.
Sadly, we do not have a return date, and that is simply because we are only going to be able to return into those theaters when it is fully safe to do so. And I would also say, look out this spring, especially, it's already underway, but there are so many outdoor theater offerings that are going to be happening in the coming months. So we will have things to keep us going until Broadway can safely return.
If that doesn't represent the show must go on, I don't know what
Yes.
does, right? One positive sign, the marquee just went up for a new show, Thoughts of a Colored Man. What should people know about this? And what does it mean that the marquee is up? Tell us everything.
It's really, it just did all of our hearts good to see a new marquee go up on the streets of Broadway. And it will be the first new show for when Broadway returns. And it is exciting, particularly because the playwright is making his Broadway debut. And it also indicates that the industry is listening to the need for more diverse voices and more voices of color and more fair representation in our industry. So it's a great sign for that.
I love that. And the Tonys are happening. Things are still in flux, but one award ceremony that did already happen was the Antonios. So let's talk about that.
I was wildly impressed with the Antonio Awards, which was produced by Broadway Black. And look, we have this incredible intersection, I feel, of the shutdown, the pandemic, and this outcry for social justice. And perhaps because we're in this moment of pause, there's more ability for listening and learning and making sure that there is better representation when we come back. And I think we are going to see a better, different, more diverse Broadway when we come back.
I hope so. I love to hear that. Let's talk about TikTok. It's become a destination for theater, from Ratatouille to now a Bridgerton inspired musical. Like, what's happening? Do you think this could be theater of the future? Like, where do you think this will go?
I think it's fascinating and so thrilling, really. The average gestation period for a Broadway musical is 5+ years of development. Here you have musicals being made in a matter of days or weeks. So, I think that there could be something to that. And I also think that when Broadway does come back, we're not going to totally leave the virtual world behind.
So let's talk about from the stage to the film front. What is the latest for In the Heights?
In the Heights was supposed to come out in its film version last summer, directed by Crazy Rich Asians' John M. Chu. And the trailer hit and everybody was losing their minds of how beautiful it looked and sounded. It should be coming out this summer. And John M. Chu has also been tapped for yet another musical of Wicked to finally hit the screen. We also have the smash hit Dear Evan Hansen is going to be a film version of that musical starring its original Ben Platt. And that will be coming out this fall.
And finally, we talked a little bit about the Tonys. What do you know at this point?
It has been a long time awaiting, and we actually still don't have a date for the Tony Awards either. The good news is the nominations happened last fall and voting is happening now. They really do want the Tonys to be a celebration of Broadway's return.
All right. Well, let me let everybody know to be sure to follow Julie on social media for the latest Broadway news and tune into Sirius XM's On Broadway channel to support everything that's going on there. Julie, as always, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you too. Thanks so much for having me.